Yo, what's good people? It's your boy LLB. Hope you all had a fantastic Christmas, fantastic New Year's. But yeah man, back to it. And we're gonna kick things off with my go-tos. I'm gonna show you guys how to make those wavy, Spanishy guitar melodies from scratch. Go through all the chords, top melodies, textures, accents, just everything that builds up into a really nice, full, but kind of open sounding melody. So yeah, let's go. So this is the loop we got. Nice and open, nice and vibey, plenty of space for drums. First thing is the guitar. So we came with the Ilya FE Morph nylon guitar, default preset, and just keyed in these chords. Yeah, just kind of wavy. Started with the E minor chord and then just went down or up to a B minor chord. You can go either way with it. I just went up with it on this occasion. And then right here we just added some passing notes just to like lead nicely into the B minor chord. We're in the B minor scale. Even though we start on E minor, we're actually in the B minor scale. It's kind of important for this kind of style. It just kind of helps with the vibe of things. So yeah, that's the first guitar. Then I just duplicated it, added another Ilya FE Morph and put this in. The exact same chords, just a bit simpler, just another layer. When I'm playing it live, I like to add like either 1 or 2 layers to the main chords just to really fill them out and just give them a different bounce on each take. So that's what I tried to emulate with this. This little last bit right here is still a B minor chord, but I turned it into like a 9th chord instead of just a regular B minor. So it would just look like that. Just transpose some of the notes, left the B note out. But yeah, that's the 2 layers for the chords. Then we duplicated the guitar again and added a top line. The reason why I'm duplicating these so much is because with this sample library in Kontakt, it's trying to emulate a real guitarist. And if you draw your chords in, your top melodies, or your layers all in one pattern, it's going to be impossible for someone to play that in real life. So I like to separate these out and kind of separate them in the mindset of if I'm actually playing it live. You know, I can't play all these all at once. But yeah, we came in with this little top line. The pattern kind of repeats just after 1 bar. Apart from this little section we added like a very subtle passing note, it just repeats. That's the key to most melodies, just have that one melody that just kind of repeats, something that's easy to follow, easy to latch onto. So yeah, that's the first guitar layer. I did a second guitar layer. Again, just super repetitive, kind of bounces off that first top melody that we played. Put all those guitar layers together and it sounds like this. That's all the guitars. The effects that we added to the guitar was not a lot really. Added some compression, used the Puget Child compressor, added some tape to it, virtual tape machines, Valhalla reverb, tiled room preset, and then just some imager, spread it out a little bit, give it some width. Next little layer that we added was more of a texture, and it was just like a little harp. Went back into Kontakt, pulled in the grand harp, and yeah, came in with this little pattern right here. Yeah, super wavy, just added these like strummed vibes with the harp. I'm just picturing a harp in real life as well. Whenever I'm making melodies, I always try to think of how the actual instrument's played. And with the harp, I was just wanting those like strummed out kind of vibes. In terms of the effects, we came in with just a bit of EQ, just killed a bunch of the low end, added some echo boy, turned it to ping pong mode, added some reverb, and then just some stereo imager as well to spread it out a little bit. And yeah, it sounds like this now. Kind of more washed out, sat in the background. That was the harp. Next layer was a little bass. Whenever I want a nice electric guitar, I just use this one. It's the Ramina 2. Dead simple pattern, just following the chord progression really. A little passing note here, a little high accent note here. No effects on it at all, just sounded clean out of the box. But yeah, that's the main foundation of the melody. But now for the part that's like as equally as important as the main guitar. And that's to add like little accents, little textures, little top melodies, phrases. So yeah, that's what we did next, man. And if you're trying to make these as well, I'd recommend trying to find some real samples, going online onto like Looperman, going onto YouTube, just finding some real nice flute phrases, brass phrases, just anything that you're feeling for that sample. Just try and find something where it's played live, because honestly, it makes a world of difference. If you've got a little bit of a budget, then Splice is a good option, man. That's what I use for this melody. So yeah, the first thing I pulled in was this little flute phrase from Splice. It did actually sound like this originally. I just preferred it reversed. Second sound was this little flute phrase. It it was kind of like playing a bit too much. I feel like with the guitar playing all the other sounds, it was just a little too frequent, a little too busy. So all I did was pitch it up, add some halftime to it, add some loop operator, and this is the key. These little purple squares in the sequencer is where it just ducks out the way. And then yeah, just some reverb as well, just to wash it out even more. Put all those together, it sounds like this. Wavy, man. Yeah, with the guitar it sounds even crazier. It's a bit more catchy. A bit more open with those effects on there. Next thing we came in with was this little brass melody. Yeah, that really gives it the Spanishy kind of vibe. It's a little bit kind of dry and harsh right now, so I just came in with some more effects. Just some EQ, dampened off the high end, and then some reverb. Reverb's king. And yeah, the last thing in terms of melodic stuff was just this little female vocal. Again, just pulled this from Splice. Okay, this is kind of like a layer for that brass. They kind of bounce off of each other. But you kind of play these together. Yeah, it's got like a nice like call and response. That's it in terms of the melody, man. The last couple things, and again, this is kind of important if you're making these kind of realistic loops, is just adding a couple textures just to give it that realistic vibe, bit more rhythm. First thing was this little texture that I pulled out from my brand new bundle kit, the Anthurium kit. Yeah, just like some nice vinyl crackles. And this perk loop from the Chambers kit. Put all that together and we got the full loop, man. Yeah, let's try and flip this into something, man. So I want to mess with the pitch of this first. That's kind of wavy. Maybe mess with the tempo a little bit as well. Okay, let's go with some drums, man. Nice realistic clapping Anthurium kit. Little crash. It's my favorite crash, man. I always use this one. Let me switch the clap. Just stack a snare on it. Mess with the velocities of the hi-hat. Yeah, just simple like that. And then we'll switch this to a third beat. Just mess with the bounce. Do like a little bop bop. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a vibe. Some low ones, but like nothing too crazy, just a simple bounce down low. Nice 808 in. Let's go that one, a bit of a softer one. I'm gonna stack of spins on that as well, just give it some more oomph at the beginning. And we'll have like a crazy section right here. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Crazy ones right here, fade them out. Ba-ba-dum. Oh, that slaps. Woo. Damn. That's just slaps. Hey. That's what it was. Damn, man, that was a fucking knocker. But yeah, man, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys can kind of nail that Spanish-y guitar vibe. Every single sound that I used in the drums for this beat is from the Anthurium bundle kit. I put 5 crazy kits all into one huge bundle. I'll drop a link to that in the description as well. There's 15% off all my kits for the first week of January. So yeah, if you want to jump on the Anthurium kit for a little bit cheaper, or any of the kits for a little bit cheaper, then yeah, now's the time to do it. But yeah, that's it from me. Happy New Year, and I'll catch you in the next one.